Well, this is a fish taco which I had in LA. Well, it's inspired by that. So it's really, really quite healthy and it's perfect for the bikini promise.
Excellent.
It's all
That's
very
what we like
well
to hear.
balanced.
Good, good.
I'm going to get a pan on there with a bit of olive oil in there, just under a tablespoon of olive oil. Maybe 2 teaspoons of olive oil in the pan.
Yeah.
And make sure you measure it, like Sally B says, measure it with the spoons and you know exactly what's going in it.
I bet you Ross has this in LA.
He probably
the stars.
does. I was going to pop in on Ross, but didn't know where he lived. And he's got the restraining order on me as well, so I couldn't find his house. And then for the fish, I've got some cod here, some little cod fillets, which I've just chopped in half. So a tablespoon of olive oil on there, just for the marinade.
Right.
And a little bit of cumin, just about a teaspoon of cumin, which is quite a strong spice for fish, but only a little bit. And it just helps it to blend all those taco-y Mexican flavours. Because in LA, in California in general, there's a great Hispanic influence in terms of food.
Yes.
So it's really fresh flavours. So just toss the fish fillets through the cumin and salt and pepper.
And I guess, can you go for fish, you know, that obviously is sustainable, but also that's whatever's on offer?
As long as it's a firm white fish, so hake would be great because that's really sustainable.
Right, okay.
And once your pan's on a medium heat, not too hot but not too cold,
right.
Get the fish in there and then let it cook for about 2 to 3 minutes per side. If they're a bit bigger, the fillets, then cook them for a good 4 or 5 minutes. But yeah, any sustainable fish, and it's important to have sustainable fish nowadays because you know it's just an important world
absolutely.
topic, isn't
You're
it?
right.
So hake would be great. Monkfish maybe as well.
Okay.
And then for the relish, usually with fish tacos, they put guacamole on there, which is fine. But in my opinion, I think guacamole, to be a good one, it has to have a real huge amount of salt. Right. And obviously, we're on the bikini. Well, I'm not on the bikini promise. I'm on the Speedo promise. But for me, you know, too much salt's not good.
I'll pay money to see that,
Would
John.
you?
Oh,
you don't need
betcha.
to pay money for that, Lorraine. any day, any Friday. So I've got some pineapple in here, just finely chopped pineapple. If you're going to use, I use fresh pineapple, but if you're going to use pineapple from a can, try not to use the one in syrup. Use the one in natural juice, and it's a bit lower in sugar.
Sure.
And then I'm going to put in there some very, very finely chopped cucumber. The key with a salsa is as finely chopped as you can humanly do.
Sure.
In with a small or half a normal size red onion, just for that little bit of bite. You could add a chilli to this if you wanted to, but obviously with the fish you don't want to have too strong a flavour in there. You don't want to have that. I'm just going to turn that pan up a little bit. It's a bit too low. You don't want too strong a flavour in there. Right. And then freshly chopped coriander. I love coriander. It's just such, with lime especially and pineapple, it's so fresh. If you don't like it, you could perhaps use parsley, but it wouldn't be an authentic sort of Mexican Hispanic flavour. So try and use coriander if you can bear it.
Yeah, no, it's good. I like it. I think it's lovely.
It's just
really
nice and
lovely
fresh,
flavour.
isn't it? So in with that, and then I'm going to add the juice of a lime. You could just use lemon juice if you're not partial to lime.
I think limes are better. Do you know what? I really do.
It's that flavour, isn't it? That really fresh, summery flavour. So in with the juice of 1 lime. Lovely. And I never ever use that lime from a bottle, because it's rubbish stuff.
Okay,
you know,
just
always
real ones.
Use fresh.
And then you get real ones all the time now. It used to be that you couldn't get hold of them, but they're everywhere.
They're everywhere.
Yeah,
they're ubiquitous, aren't they?
Of course they are.
So just toss that together and let it macerate for a good 30 minutes. Just let it blend together. And then with the tacos, I'm not going to use those horrible yellowy hard shells because they're not really authentic.
No, they're not, and also they break.
They break.
And it goes everywhere. It's all over your front.
It does. You get stabbed in the lip by them. They're not nice. And I'm not going to use these funny little boat things because they're just weird. Weird. So what I use, and for the bikini promise, what I like to use is the wholemeal, whole wheat, because you get more fibre in there.
Lovely.
A lot better for you.